Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
But hopefully you guys are looking at the titles, because lately, we live in times where this generation is so money hungry, and it's a little scary, because it's like when you're money hungry, like, you're willing to do anything to get money, and you should never have that mindset to where you would do anything for money. Also, even if you're not the type to do anything for money, and you will still consider yourself to be money hungry, when you have a money hungry energy about yourself, you're never going to get the money that you want, or in some cases you may even feel that you deserve. And the reason is because you're putting out this energy that what you have is not enough. And when Spirit or God blesses your life, when you do receive a certain amount of money, you still feel like it's not enough. So you're always putting out this energy that what God blesses you with, or what Spirit blesses you with, is just never enough for you. And so because of that, money does not flow in your life like it should. Because money is something that flows. And because you understand money flows, there's no need for you to be money hungry. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about here. Money is a thing that forever flows. Yes, it's greed. Greed will never get you the money that you want. It will never get you the money that you want. Ever. And the reason why you don't hear me say things like, I'm chasing the bag, it's not because I feel like I'm better than the people that say it. It's just because I never want to put out that type of greed energy. I'm drinking my pre-workout. I'm about to go to the gym, guys. I never want to put out that greed energy, because I'm sending out energy that what I have is not enough. And what I have has always been more than enough. And I always thank my spirit, God, like whoever you believe in, I always thank them for everything that I have, plus the things that I don't even have that I know they're going to bless me with. So if you always walk around like you never have enough, and then this is another mistake, because when I was my brokest, I always had this mistake. I always had this mentality of thinking that if I had this certain amount, or if I had this certain amount of money, I would be happy, or I would be able to do this, or I would be able to do that. And I was always broke. I never had money when I had that mentality. But I'm just noticing that with women today, their focus is greed. Their focus is money. Their focus is men. And that is their biggest mistake. Like, you're never going to get the lifestyle that you want with that type of mentality. Even if you do get it, it will be for a short-lived period of time. It will not be forever. And one thing that I recommend, that if you do hypergamy, I think it's great to have a man in your life that can provide for you. And I never want you guys to feel like you should ever settle for less, because you should always, get with a man that can offer you resources. Resources are not just money. It could be a financial advisor that can help you make more money, manage the money that you already have so that you can keep it and maybe use it to invest into other things. Like, dating a man when it comes to hypergamy is more than just money. Like, it's resources all around that can offer you information. It's not just money. But I'm saying this because I see a lot of women today that are so money focused and greed focused and man focused. And it's really sad, because you want a man to come in your life and upgrade it, But what you're not thinking about is how can you maintain that upgrade? If you can't maintain the upgrade, if he dumps you, you're back to the lifestyle that you were in before you met him, and that's not good. So I always say, like, okay, you can ask for the things that you want, right? You can ask for it, and I'm not telling you you shouldn't want these things. But are you the type of woman that can maintain the things that you're asking for? There are so many women out here that they want luxury, but they don't even know how to maintain it. And maintaining it is not always money. Maintaining it is, do you have the mindset to save? Do you have the mindset to budget? Do you have the mindset of a financially responsible woman? Do you have that mindset? So, yeah, a rich man can come into your life and upgrade it, but do you have the mindset? Do you have the skill set? Do you have the understanding to maintain it? And a lot of women don't. They don't. Because they're focused on greed. They're focused on men and they're focused on money, but the reality is you have no way to maintain that upgrade that man has given you. So, because of that, I see a lot of women that are chasing bags and it leads them to nowhere because they don't even know how to maintain the bag once they finally get it, if you get it. So if you're the type of girl that runs through money, you spend it all up, you don't save, you don't put anything off to the side because you're out here trying to keep up with Susan, you're out here trying to keep up with Tasha, Michelle, Katie, Catherine, like you're out here trying to keep up with these other women on a financial level. You're competing with them off of handbags, shoes, clothes, and things like that. But the reality is, if this man walks out of your life, you don't have no way to maintain the items that you have. And a prime example of this was, what was her name? From Girlfriends. She was Tony. She was my favorite. Even though she was toxic. She was still one of my favorites just because I love her spiciness. You know, like she would give it to you straight, and I love Tony for that. But Tony also had a toxic side to her, and when Tony lost her job, like she had all these men fund her lifestyle, but when she lost her job, she couldn't maintain it. They were trying to repo her car. They were trying to basically put her back to square one, which was where she was at prior to the men that were funding her life. So you have so many people that are so money focused and money driven and man driven and all of these things, but they don't even have the skill set to manage the new lifestyle that they want. They don't even know how to manage it. It takes, like, so many people want the rich girl lifestyle, but you don't even know how to budget for it. Because when you have, and this is the thing, when you're out here making big purchases, okay, when you're out here making big purchases, like say you go out and you buy a Benz or whatever like that, okay, that's a lot of money to financially keep up with on a monthly basis, whether a man bought it or not, because you have maintenance that you have to worry about. If something goes wrong with the car, it takes foreign parts not foreign, I won't say, is it foreign parts? Is it Benz foreign? Is it foreign parts? I don't know, but because it's a luxury vehicle, the parts on that vehicle is way more expensive than if you were to get a Honda or a Nissan. So it's like everyone wants to have the lifestyle, but they don't understand how to maintain it, what the maintenance would look like. Are you the type of woman that can budget for the maintenance that it takes for that lifestyle? So it's something that I feel like more women need to consider. Yes, Tony was down to her last few thousands and she wants a Birkin. She wanted a Birkin. And that's what y'all, this is what I've been seeing lately. Like, this is what I have been seeing lately. I know I have one, but girl, I don't know listen, I know I don't have a Benz, but I have a BMW, but I'm like, shoot, is that a foreign price? I don't know nothing about cars. Shoot, I go to my daddy and I'm like, listen, what do I need to do? What do I need to tell him? And then my daddy be like, let me talk to him. I'm like, okay, here's the phone. Or I'll call my brother and they be like, what are you doing? What? They're trying to negotiate? Just give him the phone. I'm like, okay, here. Like, I don't got time. So, no, I don't know the ins and outs of everything. I sure don't. Not when it comes to vehicles. I don't. No, I don't. That's not my industry. So, no, it takes, no, but for real though, it takes real skill set to maintain that lifestyle. And I don't feel like there are enough women who preach about the lifestyle that are teaching women how to maintain that lifestyle, because maintaining that lifestyle is a lot of work. Okay? It is a lot of work. And if you don't feel like it's a lot of work, you should look at some of these celebrities that were starting these OnlyFans accounts, which I still don't have one, by the way. I still don't have an OnlyFans account. I don't. But I know why they did it. And do I judge them for it? No, I don't judge them for it. Oh, so BMW. Oh, it is foreign? Okay. That's okay. I did not know that. So I need articles about millennials living paycheck to paycheck with a salary of 100K. Like how? Yeah. Nope. That's living above your means. Oh my God, Tasha, you are me, girl. That is me, girl. That is yeah. It's okay, girl. Yeah, it's okay. Like, cause I don't care about that stuff. Yes, this guy on YouTube said he makes 10K a month and still broke. How? God, thank you. You know what? Thank you for giving me a good head on my shoulders, because like that is crazy. Like $10,000 a month and you broke. How? This is y'all don't understand. Okay, so like let me tell you something about my life. Let me tell you something. And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like I can only lead by example. Like I can only lead by example. Like I can only lead by example, and I can only speak on my experiences. And at times I do give my opinions, but at times I do like to speak on my experiences. I started making really good money last year. Really, really good money. Like I started to see a huge increase in my finances. And it really took place after I started my second business, the Feminine Yoni Mentoring. That's when I started to see a significant increase in my finances. And the first thing that I did, okay, first of all, I didn't tell nobody. Secondly, I was so adamant about paying off everything that I owed. So I paid off all my student loan debt. I paid off all my credit debt. I had a ticket in California that was like $1,200 because I had gotten a speeding ticket, and from like 2013, it was a while ago. And I never would drive or get a rental in California because I thought they had a warrant out for my arrest. So, okay, see, this is what had happened. See, what had happened was I was in California back in like 2013. I went to Vegas, and we drove to Vegas, and we drove back from Vegas, and I got a ticket back from Vegas, and I just never paid it because I'm like, it was like $360, and I was broke. Okay, I barely had $10 to my name. The fact that I was even in Vegas at the time was just a blessing in itself. So like, yeah, I didn't pay it, and I went years without paying it. I'm like, I'm just not gonna drive in LA. Like, I'm not driving in LA. They just gonna have to see me when they see me, if they see me. But like, I would be dodging. Okay, I would be dodging the cops. Like, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like. So anyway, I paid that off. I paid off any medical bills that I ever had. Like, I just went on this debt-free clearing. And I also hired people to fix my credit. Like, I had made stupid mistakes. Like, I had like late payments on my credit that I wanted to get removed. I had like just little petty stuff, mistakes that I made in my early 20s when it came to finances, like getting large credit cards, like like now I was making like maybe $20,000 a year in my early 20s, and I had a $3,000 credit card. Stupid. Don't be like me. Okay, I didn't need no $3,000 credit card. For a girl that makes $20,000 annually, okay, I probably needed like maybe a $500 credit card, maybe. If, honestly, I would try to pay everything in cash, but I understand how that's not realistic, when you're trying to make ends meet. So, if I could do it all over again, I really only needed like a $500 credit card, and maybe it should have been prepaid or something like that, But that was my mistake that I made in my early 20s, and so I was just going on this whole journey of just clearing up all my financial mistakes, and I opened up a second savings account, and I'm probably gonna go and open up a third one, and these are personal because I have a business savings account. I have a business savings account for fees, for taxes, and like me, I have to pay somebody to do my taxes. So I have a business savings account for fees. Like it's literally for fees. Okay, fees. Because when you start a business, you're gonna owe people. You're gonna have to deal with fees. There's always gonna be a fee that you have to pay. Us business owners, we don't get money back. Okay, they take our money. They take our money. They make us pay. Even though our last president is out here walking around and he wasn't paying taxes on some of the money that he was out here making. That be making me upset. But yeah, I have a business savings for fees. I'm about to open up a third savings account at a different bank, and that's another thing. Don't keep all your money in one bank. Keep your money kind of spread out. And maybe even open up some investments accounts if you get to a certain threshold, So what I'm saying all of this to say, like, I never went out and started making large purchases just for no reason. Like, that was like, what are we doing? And I was also on YouTube watching videos. I think Kelly Sweet, she made a video about all the financial mistakes that she made when she first started making good money. And that was a video that I watched. She said she was buying just materialism, like cars, clothes, shoes, designer this, designer that, designer. And when she looks back on it, she wasted so much money. She also said she wished she would have bought a house sooner and not rented so much or all the time. She said her biggest financial mistake was probably living in a loft and living in I think it was like what was it, a $4,000 condo she was paying on a monthly basis or something crazy like that. And then she bought like some type of car, and all the money that she spent on to look like the lifestyle that she was portraying at that time, she wished she would have saved it. So I don't want to make the same mistakes that other people have made. I'm trying to learn from their mistakes and understand, yeah, you may want those things, but can you really afford it? Just because you're making more money. The condo was the condo was $7,000. She could have got a nice house for that. Oh my God. She could have, listen, like my mom has like a bedroom house. I think her mortgage is under $2,000. She could have got a 5-bedroom house for that. So that's why I'm already looking at houses. Like, what are we doing, hun? I got somebody fixing my credit right now, I'm looking at houses. I'm trying to stop renting because when you rent, you're taking rent. And I understand right now where you are in life, it makes sense to rent. But when you get to a certain financial threshold, it doesn't make sense to rent all the time because you're not investing. When you buy a property, you pay a mortgage on it. You are making an investment on this home or on this property or whatever the case may be, to where you could resell it and get that investment back. When you rent, you don't get the investment back. So that was another financial mistake that Kelly Sweets made, and I really appreciate her for making that video because it really opened my eyes and it made me realize what I need to do for myself financially in order to ensure that I am maintaining the lifestyle that I have within my financial reach. Okay? And my financial reach includes 3 savings accounts and 1 business savings account. Like, don't play with me. Like, we save around here. We do not spend every little thing that touches our fingers, because when you do that, it puts you in a bind. And then you're going to look up and then you're going to be like, why am I broke, but I'm making $10,000 a month? Like, oh my gosh. And this is another thing. Even when I was broke. I'm talking about like back in the day when I was doing hair tutorials and I made my $10 crochet wig. Okay, that's when Yoni was broke. Okay, we couldn't afford human hair. We couldn't afford virgin hair. Like our girl, we had to make $10 crochet wig, which the crochet wig was popping. I don't care what nobody say. I thought it was real cute. It was kinky. It matched my hair texture, and I loved my $10. And if I didn't have to twist the hair and my arms wouldn't, my fingers wouldn't cramp up, I would make another $10 crochet wig because at the end of the day, I'm gonna make it cute. I'm gonna make it fashion. So I can do whatever I want to do with whatever. Okay, give me a trash bag, and I'm gonna make it work. But I'm saying like back then. No, I didn't have the money to just be out here trying to look like something that I'm not, like at all. So one thing I did do though, I always paid myself first, okay? You always pay yourself first, even if it's $5, $2, 50 cents. Pay yourself first because you're the one that you clocked in 40 hours that week. You had to work that shitty job that you hate and you had to go in there and deal with those people that you don't like. You did, sis. You did. Not your landlord, not the phone bill company, not the water company, not the electricity company. You clocked in at that job. So I don't care if it's 50 cents. Put it in your savings account. I don't care if it's $1. Put it in your savings account. Put something away. Pay yourself. When I think of savings, I think of paying myself. I am paying myself because when you really think about it, if you're just working to pay others, when you gonna get paid? I mean, you working. I mean, ain't nobody working but you. When you gonna pay yourself? When you gonna pay yourself? You gotta pay yourself. I don't care if it's 50 cents. Okay, I don't care if it's a penny. You have to pay yourself. You deserve that. Like, you are the one that clocked in. You had to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. You did that. So always prioritize self, even when you're working a job that you hate, even when you're living paycheck to paycheck. Like, remember to always pay yourself because you were the one that clocked in. They didn't clock it. You did. I'm just speaking in general, but Kelly Sweets on YouTube. Wait, did you answer my mentorship program? Oh wait, what was your question? How do we find out about the mentorship program? Check my link in my bio, go right to my website. Go to my bio, go right to my website, and you'll see the different mentoring program options that I offer. Now, have I started a financial one? No, because I am all about planning, okay? And I want to get a financial advisor first, so then I can really properly educate you guys financially or I would love to do a live with, I think her name is, she called the Broke Black Girl. I love her content. I'm gonna tag her after I get off this live, but maybe I would go live with her, but I would, because I don't want to advise you wrong. Okay, I don't want to advise you wrong at all. I always want you guys to get the accurate information, good information that can really help you prosper and grow financially in the way that you want. But I wanted to make this live because I see so many women that are focused on the rich lifestyle, but they don't even have the means, they don't have the skill set to maintain that lifestyle, like at all. So if a man was to walk into their life and fund their lifestyle and fund their rich lifestyle, they wouldn't even know how to manage it. Rich people know how to manage their money. Rich people know how to budget. They know how to plan. They know how to invest. They know when not to spend. They know when to spend. They also know how to get deals, discounts. Okay? They do. Don't think, because when I used to work at the bank, people would call in and they would have just money. Okay? Just money. And they would call in and be like, this account is off by $1.40. I need you to go through every transaction to see why I'm off. Like, they didn't play off of $1.40. You heard me, $1.40. So rich people know how to keep their money. But I see a lot of women today that want the rich girl lifestyle, but they don't even know how to maintain it. how can you want something that you don't know how to maintain? And this is why I want you guys to get in the mindset that you're already rich, okay? You're already rich and you should be living as such. And rich people save, rich people invest, rich people pay themselves when it comes to their savings account. Rich people don't spend everything that they have, okay? And to be honest, the real rich people, okay, they don't try to keep up with the Joneses. They out here driving Hondas, Nissans, they wearing Skechers tennis shoes, like, rich dad, poor dad, he's very straightforward. I like him though. Yeah, don't spend everything that you have, you guys. Do not. Like, I'm gonna tell you now, when I went on my vacation to Mexico, I had set aside $4,000 and I had no intent to spend all of that money. I was like, ooh, if I budget in the way that I want, I'm like, cause Mexico is cheaper out there, even though in Tulum, okay, they out there capitalizing for sure. But now Tulum has turned into a tourist site, so now they have been taxing. So they have kind of increased their prices, but I was not trying to spend no $4,000 on that trip because it's Mexico. Like, it's cheaper. I feel like it's cheaper, but I looked at it like the less I spend, the more I could put in my savings account, the more I could invest it some other way. Yeah, Tulum's prices are getting crazy though. Like, eventually, they may lose some customers. They may lose some visitors for real. The retirement age is damn 140. I need to retire on my own. Right. Oh my, yes. This is how I want you guys to think. Okay? I want you guys to start opening up pension plans, get an investment account or something. Okay? Don't rely on the company, because listen, we all can be entrepreneurs and not all of us want to be. Okay? And if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, let me tell you something. It's a lot of freaking work. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur and they feel like it's easy and everything like that. People come on this app and try to make it seem like it's easy, but it's a lot of freaking work. Like, when I came back from my vacation, I had hella emails. This is why I haven't been online. Like, I had, and if you have booked a mentor program with me, please check your emails. You should have gotten an email from me through yesterday and the day before. So just check out your emails for me to so you can make sure that you are scheduled for your mentoring appointment. But like, I had so much to do. I had so much to catch up on and stuff like that. It's hard managing all of that stuff. Like, people don't understand that. And this is why the Feminine Yoni Instagram and the Feminine Yoni YouTube channel has not been updated, because I have been doing other things. And I'm working on building a team that can help me manage these other accounts. So that's currently what I'm working on. But it's a lot of work. Like, we all can't be entrepreneurs. And I'm not about to force that onto everyone. Also, one thing that I've always said from day one is that if you do work a 9-to-5 job, it is a blessing. Why? Because they offer pensions, 401ks, and they offer health care, dental, and vision. Like, don't ever allow these people on Instagram to make you feel like working a 9-to-5 job doesn't have its perks and benefits, because it does. I have to go out here on Marketplace and look for healthcare insurance that's super expensive. Meanwhile, you have a job that's offering you these benefits and these perks when it comes to their company. So choose wisely with the company that you choose to work for, but it has a lot of benefits when you work for a company. So don't ever have these people out here thinking that you need to quit your 9-to-5 job so you can look cool for Instagram. Like, F these people, excuse me, but F them, okay? They're setting you up to fail. I said what I said. Because it's hard. It is hard. I'm never gonna feed you lies just to sell you something. No, it's hard. It's hard. Being an entrepreneur is very hard. It is hard. Like, I'm so blessed that I have healthcare. I'm so blessed that I have dental and vision. Like, I'm very blessed. So don't ever feel like working a 9-to-5 job is, I don't know, like whack or stupid. Like, girl, you have benefits. I cannot stress that enough. Like, I've been saying this for years. Okay? Years. Just years. Don't feel like you gotta quit your job. Are you nuts? Are you crazy? Keep them benefits. I don't care if you clock it in just for the benefits. Clock in just for the benefits. And then if you want to have investments or you want to have like a little side business or a side hustle, that's great. I feel like that is phenomenal. And you should do something that is fulfilling outside of your 9 to 5 job, because I feel like it's going to make you feel good about yourself. I do. But if you feel like work is ghetto, maybe work to get a better job. But listen, I'm not a career woman. I'm just a woman with a career. And I've said this because I'm not excited to do labor. Like, I'm not excited to work. I'm not excited to work. Women who are career women, I feel like they're excited to do work. I'm never going to be excited to do work. I'm always going to be excited to be on vacation. I'm always going to be excited to be around family. I'm always going to be excited to, I don't know, chill by the pool. But like, excited to work? No, I'm just a woman with a career, and I do what I need to do because that's what you got to do in order to survive. But at the end of the day, am I excited about it? No. Like, no, I'm not. I will never be excited to do labor, ever. Hell, I barely get excited to work out, and I have to get myself in that mood to be excited to work out. So, like, no, I'm not excited to do labor. Are you crazy? I'm excited to eat. I'm excited to lay by the pool, drink, have a good time, hang out with friends and family, but am I excited to work? No, I'm not. Want to deal with them people? And I have to say them people, because you know how them people are. You know how they are. Hold on. A good part-time job, full-time job mixed with side hustles are a plus. Yes, it is, and don't ever make people feel like it's not, you guys. I can't stand that. I can't stand it when people try to make it seem like they're too good for a 9 to 5. Like, I met a guy at T-Mobile. Oh my God, you guys can hear me well. You guys can hear me. Oh my God. Anyway, this is another reason why I haven't been on live. But I met a guy at T-Mobile, and he drives a Range Rover. It's a side hustle, and he has other businesses on the side. Like, he doesn't just work for T-Mobile. And I respected him so much because I'm like, dang, that's dope. Like, that's dope to me. Like, he has other things going on outside of T-Mobile to where he can drive a Range Rover, but he's keeping his T-Mobile job. That's a smart man to me. And your kids can get at your job too, like just by work, your good ethic too, like I see every day where I work. Yeah, exactly. Networking on the job, networking within your 9 to 5, whatever, networking within your career can help, okay, your lineage, your legacy, which AKA means your children, maybe a nephew or a niece, okay? Stop playing with me. Black people, I need y'all to see the full picture. Stop trying to be cool. Because I feel like that's the issue here. Stop trying to be cool. Yoni don't try to be cool. Now, I don't care to be cool. Because, you know, trying to be cool, it leaves you broke. Trying to be cool leaves you miserable. Trying to be cool has you surrounded around fake friends. Trying to be cool and trying to fit in just has you just out here looking crazy. Okay? Trying to be cool is whack. So, I'm not trying to be cool, and I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm out here doing my own thing. That's what I do. Clock in for the benefits, as you should, sis. As you should. As you should. I work from home and have side hobbies that bring me joy, soon to make income from them. Yes, I'm trying to get all of my friends to do something on the side that makes them feel fulfilled, because I feel like even if you are working a 9 to 5 job, you have like this place, this safe haven place that you can go to and do something that you love and still make money, you know? So, listen, everything that you guys see me profiting off of within business, it started off as a hobby. It was never like, ooh, I'm going to just go and do this. It was a hobby. It was something that I loved, that I enjoyed, and it eventually turned into coins. But that's not how it started off. When I first started doing beauty content and doing YouTube and stuff like that, I was not getting paid. And honestly, I wasn't looking to. Like, I was just having fun. And I think that's how this whole thing, this is how my platform started. Also, I was sharing my life with people, like my weight loss journey and stuff like that, which was something I wanted to do because I wanted to help others. But I never, when I first started, my thought was never to make money, and not like this, and not I never thought I would make a mentoring program. Like, it's just crazy how a hobby that you did for joy, fun, I did it for escape. And I say escape because I was very depressed. I was suicidal. So it was like this creative outlet that I had that made me feel good, that made me feel alive. And that's what I use. And now it has developed into this. But it really started off something very small, something I was doing in my room, something that I was actually shy about in the beginning, something that I didn't feel that confident in, something that made me nervous, scared, but I just put myself out there and I just tried, and that's all I ask of people. Like, I don't ask of people to be perfect or try to get it right the first time. That's all I ask of black men, but they think I'm on their neck negatively, and it's like, y'all can't take constructive criticism, and that is what irritates me with y'all. But back to us, okay? So yeah, like when you start off, like, no, you're not going to feel your most confident, but what people don't understand is when you start off a hobby or a business or something like that, you have this grace period, right? And that grace period is when you don't get it right, you don't have all the answers, but it's almost like riding a bike for the first time, right? And you started off, you had training wheels, and you were learning how to ride a bike with those training wheels. When you start a business, you're learning all of your mistakes in the beginning. And see, so many people give up because all of these mistakes that they made, they feel like it's failure, but it's not. It's actually pushing you in a direction that will actually make you grow and prosper. The same thing with a bike and training wheels. You may still fall off your bike with training wheels. You still may scrape your knee with training wheels. But the whole point of it is you're eventually going to get to that point where you don't need the training wheels. You'll eventually come across a problem and you'll already have the solution for it because you already went through that phase where you didn't have a solution, so you had to figure it out. Being an entrepreneur is about problem solving and finding a solution. It's not about having all the answers. And if you feel like you want to be an entrepreneur and you feel like you have to have all of the answers, then entrepreneurship is not for you. And this is why I feel like entrepreneurship is not for everyone. If you're not good at solving problems, if you're not good at finding a solution, it's really not for you, because that's 99% of being an entrepreneur, because you don't have all the answers, especially as us as millennials, because we're creating jobs that don't exist. Yes, we are the generation that creates jobs that don't exist. So when you're creating jobs that don't exist, you don't have a guideline rule book, you don't have a manual to follow, you don't have a script, you don't have anything. You're out here freaking winging it, and it's working. So when people look at me and be like, oh my God, Yoni is so successful, I've been winging it, girl, and I'm still winging it, and I will wing it until the day that I die, because at the end of the day, I'm creating a job that really does not exist, that doesn't have a blueprint. So it is what it is. But I do like watching other creatives, listening to their stories, mistakes that they made earlier within their journey and stuff like that, because that helps me in a way. Like Aaliyah Face is another one. She did a glow up story, which was really, really good. And Trishana here on Instagram, she opened up her own ice cream. Her own ice cream business. She has several different locations. Seeing her grow and prosper in that way has helped me. And one thing that I've learned is you need a team. If you're entrepreneurship, I'm used to doing everything on my own and by myself, but I need a team of people. So that's one thing that I'm working on right now. Work is good. I'm tired of working. I normally work 12 to 13 hour shifts. I'd rather work 9 to 5 at this point. I agree, sis. I've been saying that since I was a kid. I never had a dream job. I never had a dream job. I knew I wanted to be a boss. I knew I wanted to be the girl in charge, but I never had a dream career job. Like that, I'm not that girl. I always thought something was wrong with me. I just like to have money to get what I need and want and go. Yeah, get what I need, get what I want, and go. I don't care. That's all I care about. I don't care how I get it. Thanks. I'm never excited to work. Okay. It's going good, Jonathan. Thank you for asking. Thank you. Is it Coco? I'm just calling you Coco. Lavish Coco. Thank you, girl. Yes, mortgage free. Oh my God, y'all. And the reason why I'm so strict about this is because if I really do have kids, I want to set a financial foundation that has never been set in my lineage. And the reason why I say that is because Like, yeah, I want to live in a home where I don't have to pay a mortgage. That's never happened in my family. Or I want to drive cars where I don't have to make payments on. Like, or if I do drive cars that I make payments on, it's just one car, but I have like two other cars that are paid off. It's, like stuff like that. I want to set a new financial tone within my lineage where I can teach my kids to make better financial decisions. Yes, not all money is good money. I've been told several times to sell my virginity because you could get like 7 figures for it. Oh my God, girl. I was told that too. And it's not worth it. I would never do that. I didn't sell my virginity. I didn't. I want a side hobby, but I don't know what I should do. It should always be something that you love. It should be something that you enjoy. So whatever you enjoy and love is something that brings you happiness, fulfillment, something like that. It could be painting. It could be like I have a friend. She's really good at making like oils and stuff, and I'm trying to get her to like start a business. Like, what are we doing? Like, she makes sea moss. She out here. She in the kitchen making stuff. I'm like, girl, you need to be using that to your advantage. But she just does it because she likes it. She loves it. And I'm like, just get in there and make a product, package it, and give it to me so then I can start promoting it. So, my mentor program is in my bio. And also, you guys, I will post my P.O. box again, but if you want me to try out your product, people have sent me products for me to try. They would like my opinion on it. Just let me know. Because I critique packaging, I critique the product itself, I critique whether or not I would continue using it, and I feel like it's beneficial to you because then you can learn from your mistakes quicker, okay? Instead of having a product that no one wants to buy or no one consistently buys. The key to entrepreneurship is having clientele. And see, the thing with bad business, I feel like particularly when we speak on the Black community, we don't have clientele. Like, we don't have people that want to come back and 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 come back. And it's because maybe they had a bad business experience and we didn't handle it well. So I feel like you don't need 100,000 followers to have a clientele. This is why I don't care how many people follow me. I have 60,000 some people following me. I only need 1,000 of you guys to be consistent clientele. And I probably don't even need that. Probably only need 500 to make a decent living. If I'm being completely honest, like, don't focus so much on numbers. Focus on consistency. Focus on making people feel good about your business and what you have to offer. Make them feel like they're at home. Like, don't treat them like they're a customer. Like, treat them like they're family because they'll keep coming back. And they will love you forever. Like, come on, like, what are we doing? And also, people love a story. If you have a story to tell, maybe you left an abusive relationship, or maybe you were overweight, maybe you were suicidal, you had depression. Tell your story because people can relate to you. And also relating to you, they will be a client to you. They will be a client to you off of the strength of you guys have a lot in common. Maybe you left that abusive relationship and you got kicked out and you were homeless. That is a story to tell that others can relate to and will gravitate towards your business for that reason alone. Because they can go and get deodorant from anybody. Say you're out here making natural deodorant, they can go buy Tom's natural deodorant. But because you have a story of leaving an abusive relationship and it left you homeless and you had a child to feed, they will support your business over Tom. I'm just saying. Because maybe they can't relate to Tom's story. Tom has a story. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Tom's the deodorant, Tom's the brand, Tom's the shoes. Okay, they have a story too. But your story is a story that they can relate to. So never be afraid to tell your story. Always tell your story because your story is something you should always be proud of. It's who it made you who you are. And it's just something that you should always be proud to tell because you don't know who you're touching when you tell it. Yes. It's a long, patient road, but it will be worth it. Yes. Listen, if you want to know the definition of my journey or the saying of my journey when it comes to entrepreneurship, just I'm the little engine. Is it called the little engine that could? I'm the little engine that could. Okay, I'm the little train And all these other trains are riding by. They're all big and massive, and it just seems like they get into their destination way quicker than I am. But I'm like the little engine that could. Like I'm a little train. I'm the engine that could. I'm slow. I'm choo choo, like real slow, and I got all these other trains just flying past, going fast. I'm like, dang, and I'm just steady going. I'm just a little engine that could, and that's how I look at it. So, also, that's another thing. Don't compare yourself to other people. Look to them as inspiration, but it should never be jealousy. Yes, if I sound muffled, I'm sorry, you guys. Like, my new phone is coming. It's coming. We'll probably be here by next week. But yeah, my phone is messed up. Okay, I got water in it because I had it in the pool, and yeah. So I'm sorry, you guys, but it's definitely muffled. My phone has been in the pool, it has been in the ocean, it has been in sand. So my bad. I wasn't really thinking when I was doing all that, but I don't know. I called my mama on FaceTime in the ocean. It was an accident, but then I was like, you know what? Let me talk to you. Because my family always sees me working. They never see me have fun. So I'm like, well, for 2 weeks now, everywhere I go, it's like a rain of feathers fall on me, but I don't know what it means. It means that your ancestors are with you. Hopefully you're picking them up, though. Make sure you pick them up. Because if you're not picking them up, they're going to keep following you. My vacation was lovely. It was lovely. I went to Tulum, Mexico. Oh my God, a big white feather smacked me in my face. Did you pick it up? Oh my God, I'm like, dang, I don't know what y'all want. I'm slow, break it down. So basically your ancestors are with you, but you need to acknowledge them. You haven't acknowledged their presence. So they're trying to get your attention because they're like, dang, like, I mean, what do we have to do? They sent me a whole dead bird. And they hella got my attention with that. But I still was not convinced because I'm like, it's just whatever. But when I got that feather under my bed and I knew I did not collect not one feather, after that I was convinced. You couldn't convince me anymore after that. When the feather was under my bed. And I was under my bed looking for something else and I came across a feather. And I'm all about divine timing because it was like at the time I was ignoring all the signs. And then I don't know what made me go under my bed and look for whatever I was looking for and came across a whole feather. And after that, I was convinced. And at the time, I was having dreams of owls. I'll never forget. I'll never forget this dream just because it was just so scary. It scared me. It terrorized me. First of all, I didn't even know owls were scary, but they are. They have like these big eyes and they like stare at you like this. And they have a slim nose and they look mean. They look very mean, but they're studious. Owls are studious and they're symbolic of wisdom. But I remember this dream that I had of this owl climbing through my window. It was huge. It was a big owl and it was chasing me through my house. And I said, what is going on? I'll never forget that because I was so scared. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you need to acknowledge your ancestors or they're gonna keep trying to get your attention, and they're not trying to scare you, but they just want you to acknowledge who they are. What's the first step to your healing journey? Forgiveness, and forgiveness with self. You got to forgive yourself because sometimes when it comes to healing, we blame ourselves for a lot of things, and you have to forgive yourself. The second step is to reflect, and reflection is important because in that space of reflection, you take accountability and ownership of things that maybe you could have changed or you could have done differently. And then I feel like the third step is to release. You can't hold on to things because if you hold on to them, they make you bitter. So the first step is forgiveness. The second step is reflection. And in that reflection energy, you take accountability and then you release. in that order. Oh, you saw a dead bird? Dead birds just means new beginnings. It's not what you think. It's a good omen. Wait, it's a new or full moon tonight? Full moon. And I think it's a strawberry moon. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that counts. Like I saw a dead baby bird this morning. Oh yeah, girl. They are trying to... Girl, they sent me a whole dead baby bird too. So yeah. I wouldn't pick up the dead bird though. Leave the dead bird. Don't pick up the dead bird, but pick up the feathers, okay? Yeah, pick up the feathers, hon. Acknowledge their presence, okay? That's all you gotta do. And be grateful. Is it bird feathers only? I came across a feather, but I'm not for sure if it was from an animal or not. They probably are though. And basically, the feathers are symbolic of angels. And I told you guys, I believe in angels. I believe in earth angels. I believe in earth angels. I used to watch this show with my grandma. It was called on Hallmark. What was that show called? I always forget the name. It was a show it was on the network Hallmark. Touched by an Angel. Touched by an Angel. Touched by an Angel. I used to watch that show with my grandma all the time. So I always believe, even at a young age, I always believe in earth angels. This is why I don't, like if a homeless person walks up to me and they tell me something that resonates with my spirit, I take that message in. Just because they don't have on a suit and tie and they don't have money, I'm not about to sit up here and judge them and be like, oh, I'm not listening to you. No, I believe in earth angels, and I believe they come in many different forms. Children as well. Children can relay a message to you as well. So I believe in earth angels. I don't dismiss people just because they're not wearing a suit and tie, or they're a janitor and I don't know, or they clean pools for a living. I believe in earth angels, and so if they have a message to relay to me, I take it. And if it has to resonate though, okay, I don't just, come on, it has to resonate with my spirit on a deep, soulful level. But yeah, I believe in earth angels. And I used to watch the show Touched by an Angel, and as a kid, I always was so fascinated by it because I'm like, dang, is this like real? Like, why do I feel like it's so real? But I do feel like it's real, but Touched by an Angel. So yeah, those feathers are symbolic of, to me, angels. They're like angel feathers. I believe in that. I'm not saying you gotta be a believer in, but I'm saying that's what I believe in. I think it's a real thing. And if you've ever had people walk up to you, even in church, people walk up to you and be like, someone, God told me to tell you, or Spirit told me to tell you, or the Holy Spirit told me to tell you this, and this. There are people out here that are divinely connected to Spirit, and they're able to relay messages to you. This is why I don't understand why we shame mediums and stuff like that have made it known that they're not demonic. So some of us have the gift of communication when it comes to spirit. Some of us have the gift of being able to translate certain messages that we receive. I do feel like I get used on my platform a lot. So I think it just depends on how you look at it. I feel like it's bird feathers. A feather, but I'm not sure. You should, next time you get a feather, just send a picture of it to me. And I'll be able to tell you or not. Thank you, Dimples. I'm calling you Dimples. That's so cute. I'm looking for a life mentor. Do you know the best way to find one? A life mentor? Well, I do mentoring, but it depends on your needs. In Capricorn, I'm a Cap Moon. You should definitely do some manifestations tonight. I've always been curious about angels too. I have. Fortune tellers, I'm not really big on fortune telling. I'm not really big on that. Well, the feathers was pure white and it wasn't stepped on or anything. Oh, yeah, girl, that's a definite. Yeah, that was real. That was the actual. That was an actual feather. That could have been one of your angels trying to connect with you. And listen, angels could be a grandmother, an aunt that has passed to the other side, or an uncle, or a grandfather, or Maybe you lost a sibling. Pick it up. They want you to acknowledge them. And if you want to acknowledge them, just, intentionally be grateful always with everything that you do. Like I named this live, how being money hungry won't get you the money that you want. And it's because you're putting out this energy that you don't have enough. And when you put out this energy that you don't have enough, when God has been blessing you with things that maybe you've only got just enough, right? You just got just enough to pay your bills. You got just enough to get food and put it in your refrigerator. If you have this greed energy, you're always telling God that what he's doing for you, how he's blessing your life, just ain't good enough. So why would he give you any more? I'm always grateful for the things that I have, even when I was my brokest. I always would give thanks to God. Like, thank you, God, for blessing my life. Thank you for giving me everything that I need. Thank you for allowing me to never go without, even when it was just enough. So if you have this greed mentality, it's not benefiting your life. It is not. It's not benefiting your life when you do that. And money will always be something that you have to chase. That's why I don't believe in chasing a bag. I gotta chase a bag? Why? Money comes to me. Why? Because God blesses my life. I don't need to be out here chasing no bag. Y'all don't ever hear me say, chase the bag, chase the bag. No, I chase my purpose, because I know if I chase my purpose, the money will come, because that's how God blesses you. So you need money to survive. Let's not sit up here and pretend like you don't. You need money to survive. You need money in order to be able to live out your purpose. So I don't sit up here and say chase the bag, because I feel like if I say that mantra, right, because it is, I'm basically saying I don't have enough, and I do. You should, yes, money is always flowing freely to me, freely. And that's another thing about being feminine and having feminine energy. Things come to you. You don't chase them. This is why I don't chase men. I don't chase money. I don't chase men, and I don't chase money. They come to me because I'm the feminine. I'm not the masculine. So I'm not out here chasing nobody. I'm not. And I never will. Wait, let me finish this one up and then I'll have to log out because Instagram is cutting me off. But when I was broke and being evicted, I still prayed, okay? And now that I have more than I ever had, and I'm still grateful, amen? And you will be humbled quickly if you think it won't ever be you, okay? I will never look down on the next girl ever, or the next woman, or other people ever. Because I understand tables turn and they turn fast. So always be grateful. Even when you're at your lowest, you're at your brokest, you're not at your best, always be grateful that even if it's something as simple as I was able to breathe today, or I was able to wake up. Like, you know how many people that they don't even wake up in the morning? They didn't wake up today, but you did. That's a blessing. So be grateful. Always be grateful. Like, life doesn't have to be perfect for you to be grateful. There's something that you can always be grateful for, even when you're not in the best circumstance or position. Okay. Thank you, Dimples. Okay, on that note, I'm going to log out, you guys. You guys have a beautiful day. You will see me on YouTube later today. I'm going to be doing a reaction video to Cynthia G's White Daddy Caller. People keep telling me to watch it, so I want to watch it with you guys. So on that note, I will see you guys later, probably around 6:30 p.m. Central Time, if you're interested. Bye, guys.